Hey everybody, I am here to give you a little tutorial on how to use the tools and the leadership resources at the church website. So hopefully you have access to all of this. Um, if you don't, I would talk to your ward clerk and they will give you access to that. So I am going to be going through the website and showing you some of the key components that will help you with your calling. First, you got to log on to the website. You have to make sure that even if you click on the URL and you are in this website, churchofjesuschrist.org, you still have to log in. Even if it kind of looks like you logged in, double check. You should have your initials over here if you see with my mouse over here. That's my initials. So that shows me I'm logged in, because you can't access any of this without being logged into your tools / church account that you have. So first thing after you log in is to go up to this grid, this 3x3 grid. You're going to click on that, and you'll see a list over here that says leader and clerk resources and ward directory and map, calendar, and meeting house locator. We'll look at the top three today, but mainly the first one. So go ahead and click on leader and clerk resources. And this is where you'll see ministering, attendance, lists for the ward, not just for Relief Society or Elders Quorum. You can access both, hopefully. And sending a message and anything that really has to do with all of the administration parts of your calling. So let's look at attendance first. Since I am the stake secretary, this is our realm, the secretaries. So you're going to go. Now, what you'll see is this main page when you go to leader and clerk resources. Mine's going to look a little bit different than yours because I am at a stake level instead of a ward level. So I'm going to show you how you can access that for your ward. So again, we're talking about attendance here, and read this little blue box from from the church announcing the new attendance information. You could go ahead and pause this video and read that, or read it on your own computer. But you're going to go to reports, and there's going to be an option here. I don't have it because I don't take roll, but it will say something like class and quorum attendance. So and you're going to click on it and it will pop up like this. And then you'll be able to see, you can go in on the computer and select what if they're present or not. And you are only worrying about your Relief Society. You don't have to go in and do this during sacrament meeting, only second hour during your time. And you also don't have to worry about it for Sunday school because not your thing, not your calling. So on the days that you have Relief Society, you'll take attendance however you feel is best for your ward. If you want to still pass around a little sheet, or if you want to sit in the back, and if you're really tech savvy, you can have your little iPad and just go, right down the line for people who are here. So that's what's nice about this, is you can just do it right away if you want. Or like if you do the paper way, you can just have that at the end of Relief Society and then go in and just record it on your computer. So what's awesome about this is that they are doing this so that way you can see families. We're not just worried about the individual. we're also worried about, how is it, what are the trends in this ward? Are the children only attending, or is there somebody that we really need to focus on that we notice, oh, wow, they really haven't been here for a few months. We might want to check in on them. So um, and you can see it for the whole ward, which is great. So you can, I believe, see it for also elders quorum. Um, so that is taking attendance. If you are interested in seeing the information, the data after you've entered it from the ward, like I just said, you can see all this information. You could go back to reports and you see there's a list of all of this. And so you can see the quarterly report right here. Um, I'm not going to click on it for privacy reasons, but you can click on that and you can see all of the information for your ward, which is really great. And you can also see the unit statistics, which is for me for the whole stake, but for you, you can see, okay, we have this amount of percentage of youth, this amount of percentage of women, this these many people who have been endowed, these things like that. So you can see all of the data for your ward. It's really cool. As you can see on other things on these reports, you can see members moved in, members moved out. If you want to update ministering or your attendance records, you can look at that information. Missionary progress records, so that will help with the counselors in your presidency who need to access, okay, who are the missionaries working with right now, who was just recently baptized, who are, that kind of information you can access what the missionaries are seeing. Birthday list, if you want to throw parties, things like that. So it's really great reports. And again, yours might even look a little bit different than mine since mine's at the stake level. Okay, let's go on to ministering. There are so many great tools for ministering that if you get the hang of this website can really actually help you because you can see where sisters live and you can have all of their emails and phone numbers in one place to just really help you be organized. Then you can move sisters around more easily than back in the day when we did paper or sticky notes to help us organize. Been there. So you're going to go to ministering, obviously. And yours, again, is going to look a little bit different than mine. Yours is going to have options for you to go in and change the ministering assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So I don't have any ministering assignments because that's not my calling, but you will have a whole section here. And actually, let me just pull up an example really quick. Okay, so your page will have Relief Society, an option to click on Relief Society. And what it's going to end up looking like is something similar to this. And sorry, this is the best picture I could find because nobody wants to show personal information on the internet, as they should. But you'll see there's two tabs at the top, and yours will say Ministering Sisters, and it will have interviews and assignments. So on the assignment page, you'll see that you can organize your sisters into districts if that's what you choose to do. So, for example, when I was Relief Society president in the Westlake Ward, we had it separated into like the west side and the east side because we were just so spread out. So, however you want to do that, that is how you can organize the districts, and you have an option to add districts or take away districts on this page. And if you scroll down here, you can't see it on this picture, but you'll see that there is a list already of your ministering assignments that you've made and each companionship. And then on the side, it will say households, and that's who they are ministering to. So companionships are the two ministers, households are the ministries. And you can click on their name and get more information about each individual on this page. And you can also record your ministering here, your interviews. So that I'll talk about in a second. So things you could do on this page, I'll go to a different picture, is if you go to the three dots under actions on each companionship strip, you'll see there's this drop-down list. I believe it still looks like this. But you'll be able to edit your companionships or send a message or their assignment to them. So if you just updated your ministry assignments, you can say, hey, just letting you know, this is your new assignment. The sister just moved in the ward or whatever, and you can also print it like how we used to do for visiting teaching, at least in my wards. They would print it off and like cut it into little strips so that way we can each have our own assignment. So that's print single copy for individuals or multiple copies, for all of the companionship. Or you can delete it if people have moved out or you're just starting fresh. You just delete the whole companionship. And then that bank of sisters will pop up and you'll be able to see, okay, they haven't been assigned yet. And you could say unassigned sisters there. So you could see the list really easily of, okay, this is who I still need to organize. So that is the ministering assignments section. And sorry, I can't actually show you on my own computer. I don't have access to that. But if you would like me to sit down with you and show you, I'm more than happy to do that. I can show you how to do that on your own ward and help you through a couple assignments. So just let me know about that. So if we go back to the top where it says interviews, that's where you can see your part. So remember, we are not recording if they did their ministry or not. We're recording if you have done the ministering interviews for the quarter. So every few months, I remember it well, you set up however you want to do those interviews, and then you can go through and you'll see that there are little dots, and then you click, like, did you meet with them or not? And so that's that tab, the interviews tab. And it will look very similar to the assignments tab because it's just all the companionships and you just click who you've met with over the year. So hopefully that helps with ministering. Again, let me know if you need it done for your own ward because, each ward will look a little bit different. So now I'm going to show you how to send a message through tools so you don't have to copy and paste everybody's email. This is if you want to just send an email through the official church website and also access all of your sisters. And there are options for you to go through if there are sisters who do not want to receive these emails. Our ward would put do not contact in their email section, so that way it would just automatically not work. Their email won't work, or just DNC and then their email, and then their email won't even work. And we have a couple of sisters who are there but not there, and there's also options for sisters to go through for themselves and select, like, don't email me. So I wouldn't be too worried about, oh my goodness, I'm pestering people with an email who don't want to receive one, because there's options for them to not receive these messages. And so what you're going to do is go to applications and you'll see different options. You'll see send a message. And you'll see different options in this drop down menu. And again, mine's going to be a little bit different because I'm in the state calling, but you could click, okay, I just want to do my ward. I'm just going to send it to the primary. We don't have a primary. The Relief Society, and then you'll be able to select like who you want to be submitted. So if you're just like, oh, I only need to send an email to Shelly, I'll just deselect everybody, and then her email will automatically pop up. And you can also select individual members for your ward. And then you can add if you want to reply to all. I personally don't do that. I'll just because we don't want people accidentally saying reply all and giving personal information to everybody and not meaning to if they were just wanting to talk to me. So that's just my personal preference. But if you want it to be a discussion board, then click that. And it will say who it's from, and then you can do your message. And then you can also add attachments. So that's how I put in the flyer for the activities that we do in the stake, and any invites or cute little pictures you could put here. And then you just send. And then at the bottom of the email that you send, it will say this is for church purposes only. This was sent to you because you are on the list for such and such ward. And if you feel like you got this in error, contact people. So it gives that official statement. So this is a great tool again. So if you need to send an email to your whole Relief Society, you don't have to go through and copy and paste every single email. So those are the main things on the leader and clerk resource area that I want to talk about. If there's something that you have a question about, let me know. Also, what's really nice is that there is a tech section to this website. So I would just Google your question, and most likely people have had your similar question already, and they will have tech people on there who answer it for you on the LDS website, which is really nice. So I'm going to go back to the main page so we can go back to this little grid. I want to show you something that as I really like is this ward directory and map. Okay, so here is the ward directory map, and you can also see the stake boundaries there with the blue. I really like this resource because if I've done my ministering assignments or I'm doing my ministering assignments, I could see where people live. And like I said, the Westlake ward was really spread out, but you can zoom in also for your own ward. And so you can kind of see, okay, if I am doing my ministering for the Lake Oswego area, I could see, okay, maybe these sisters, like, I want to make them kind of close together. If we're concerned about, we don't want them driving 45 minutes to the next person, it's a little bit different for other wards, but for my ward, that was key. So I would have like a west side and an east side, like I said. And so this helped me to visually see, okay, this sister lives here, this sister lives here. And that helps with organization. You can also see the boundaries of the stake. And so you could see where, like, if you have a question of somebody who's moving in the area and they're like, are you my Relief Society president? Then you can see, well, it looks like you're living in this area, If you click on the names over here, I've blocked them out for privacy, but you have basically all the tools information once you click on their name here. So you can see their ministering assignment, I think, and at least their personal information. And you can see if they're do not contact, or you can also select if you want your personal information to be private. So if you don't want anybody to know where you live or your phone number except for the leadership, you can select that on your own personal assignment. Your own personal information, and then What will show up for everybody in like the tools app will be only what they want people to see. And so you'll be able to see that here on the left side as well. Um, and yeah, like I said, I really like this option. I think this part of the website is really great. Gives a lot of information and helps with organization. So going back to the main page, I want to show you one last thing. It will be on the grid again, and it will be the calendar. So this is really great because you can see everything for all of the buildings. So if you want to plan something and the stake center is taken, you can do another building. And it shows it in the different colors. So all of the things that are for the Lake Oswego building are going to be red, and everything for the Lake Ridge building are going to be blue, and everything for the Westland, and so on. It also shows you specifically, so the words will be these colors. So if it's specific to youth, it will be um, all in this blue or whatever it shows up on yours. And then it also shows your individual board activities on there too with the different colors. So if I see, oh, it looks like our next panel discussion for the stake, you can say, oh, this is purple, it's stake, Relief Society looks like, or State Council planned that, and it's going to be at the Lake Oswego building because of the red dot. So that's great too. And you can see all of these options for if you need to plan something, you can see there's the state girls camp. Probably shouldn't plan anything for the young women that week. Or if you have questions on when other people have scheduled things, this is a great place to go. So if you want to refer to your sisters where to go for the addiction recovery meetings, they happen every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Lake Ridge building, so you can see that here. And I think it goes maybe 3 or 4 months out. And so you can plan ahead. It's a great resource as well. Okay, I lied. One more thing. This is cool too. Go back to the grid. Go back to all, and then you can go down to all tools. And this actually puts everything in one place for you personally. So here's all my information. Everybody can see my information. So there's my callings. You could do family history. It connects you to your temple. So if you need to schedule a temple visit, I believe you might be able to do it through here, or at least see the phone number. And any notes you've taken in the gospel library, which is great. You can see your own patriarchal blessing. You can put in a name and prayer roll. There's the missionary information. And just basically everything is in one spot, which is great. You can see upcoming events on the calendar. So really great things all in one place. So if worst comes to worst, you don't remember where anything is, just come here and it will show you everything. So I hope this has helped. I hope that it will not make you more stressed. I hope it will actually support you in your calling. Like I said, if you get practice and you start getting more comfortable, it can actually be really beneficial and make things a little bit easier, more mainstream for you. And let me know if you want a little one-on-one session to go through the tech and helping you with getting used to the website. I'm happy to do that. Thanks, everyone.